In 1987, the world of anime was quite full of weird and interesting mecha OVA. One of the first things that comes to mind when I think of 80s anime is always the mecha genre, with the likes of Gundam and Gunbuster, or Robotech in the West. Yet Metal Skin Panic offers almost nothing new, nothing interesting. Attempting to blend comedy and science fiction, it's one of those anime that from time to time I come back to, yet I'm not really sure why. Maybe for a simply fun time, but I never get that. Now, it should be said, there's only one way to truly enjoy this OVA, and that's by watching the dub with a drink or two to hand. In fact, I've never heard the original voice acting, and I really don't want to. The delivery is downright awful, but in a really charming way.
Tokyo or Vietnam, it's all the same battlefield to me. It's the perfect jungle in which to blow away your pretty MADOX.
You're a madman.
And you're an army land rat who's about to have her favorite toy broken. All right, let's get this tank locked down and in the air.
MADOX tells the story of a mechanic named Koji, who by accident becomes the pilot of a high-tech experimental mecha, while his girlfriend Shiori is leaving Japan in just 4 days' time to study in England. Koji is being chased by the Lieutenant Kilgore, yeah I know that really is his name, as well as the original pilot of the MADOX. The plot feels very contrived with characters that don't offer much of interest. MADOX is going for style over substance, but to be honest I find it lacking in both, despite the very early CGI blended with 2D, which admittedly does look really good. You see, something like Dragon's Heaven, for example, is an OVA with heaps of style and hinted world building, something that MADOX just fails to give the viewer. We have little reason to care about anything, and Koji is just plain annoying, lacking in logic and motivation. Not to mention, there's not actually much at stake here, and the relationship is just left open-ended, so we don't actually know what happens between Koji and Shiori. There's no real emotional weight behind Koji's actions, and Shiori's departure is treated more like a plot device than any heartfelt moment. Really nothing earned here. MADOX is often described as a comedy, yet there isn't much here, except from, say, an attempt halfway through. It's a really nice hand-drawn animation, but clearly very limited budget. There are some impressive action scenes, but it just doesn't mean anything. I gotta say I dig the 80s soundtrack, for the most part. But as I've said, it's really very surface level. So if you've never watched MADOX, give it a try. Just remember, it's not deep, it's not soulful, but in that 40 minutes, it's a quick shot of explosive mecha joy, with more charm and mechanical details than any character arc. Pop it on when you want some old school catharsis, that's all. Also, make sure you watch the dub, and don't expect anything too amazing, or even interesting. And hey, if you've already seen it, let me know what you think. Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.